Cinema Rolls Podcast.
All right. I guess this is it. This is where we're starting.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast, starring two brothers who were neglected by their parents and put in front of a TV for entertainment. But we didn't mind because we love movies. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about movies. And today we're talking about Thunderbolts, the newest Marvel movie directed by Jake Schreier. How do you say that guy's name, Eric? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know how to say his last name either. Sorry, Jake. And it's written by Eric Pearson, Joanna Callow, Kurt Busiek, and stars Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, and Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Maybe I shouldn't be the person that reads the names. But all right, we'll start with a movie review. Eric, do you want to go first?
Sure. Hang on a second, though.
Do you have a surprise? What's happening? Oh! What's up? Nice, dude.
It
Does
doesn't
it
really
fit your
fit
head?
my head very well, but here we go.
Nice. You're Alexi, Eric.
Well,
Whose
well,
head? Whose head was it supposed to fit? Did you get that from somebody?
no, it's yeah, popcorn bucket from Cinemark.
Nice.
Yeah, uh, comes off here saying, yeah, it's popcorn there.
Just so you know, audience, Eric is that guy. He gets all the collectibles. I don't know if you guys see his background, but he has the Wolverine popcorn bucket back there too, and I think he has a bat signal. What is that, Eric?
The bat signal was also a popcorn bucket. It
See,
opens up, you
there
put
you go.
popcorn in it.
He gets all
Yeah,
the cool stuff.
and here we go. Got this at the at AMC.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I,
Last Yelena too. I was between her and Winter Soldier, who was also the last Winter Soldier.
dang, they had multiple characters you could choose from.
They had all the Thunderbolts, even Taskmaster, which
Whoa,
you
what the
know.
heck? That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I wanted to ask you: are you at all familiar with the? Because I know you follow comics more than I do. Are you familiar with the source material at all?
Not really. No, it's not this team of Thunderbolts. And Sentry I barely knew anything about.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know much about him either.
read I read the major events and so he appears in them, but like I knew very little about Sentry other than he was kind of like Superman. So
Yeah, it's like all I do about him too.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the whole like void thing and like that was like all new to me, so that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Well, take away because you're a part of the show, Eric. Take it away
All right.
with your review.
My review, my take on the Thunderbolts or
Yes.
Thunderbolts. It's just Thunderbolts, right?
Thunderbolts asterisks.
Asterix. Yeah. Yeah. No, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I liked that it was you know, basically like an allegory for I mean, it's straight up in your face about depression. Uh, yeah, I liked the characters. They were funny, but they weren't like overly funny. Like they seemed like real people and like these of like this like weird group of people were forced to work together. Like this is how it would be like naturally, you know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, they're all great. I think Marvel and Disney lucked out when they got Florence Pugh because her acting is phenomenal.
I love her.
Yeah, same. Uh, Not to say that like the others aren't great; they're all great actors, but yeah, she's great. Uh, David Harbour is awesome. His character is so enthusiastic and over the top.
I love him too.
Yeah,
That dude's got range. I feel he's underrated.
yeah, he does for real. Uh, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know if you want to like get into the story or spoilers.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask you about that. Should we spoil the movie for people that haven't seen it? I mean, by the time
Uh,
this episode comes out, it'll be a week later. We could also give a spoiler warning.
yeah. I mean, I think we should definitely talk spoilers, but I
I
don't
think
know
so
if you
too.
want to
It's hard to talk about a
talk about
movie
that.
without really
Yeah,
spoiling it.
yeah,
So, yeah. So I guess for the audience, this point forward, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want spoilers, turn it off now, and then come back later after you've seen it.
yeah. Go see it. It's great.
Do you have anything else to say with spoilers or no?
With spoilers,
Yeah.
um, um, I mean, there's a lot to say about the movie. Yeah, it was good. It was. I mean, Marvel has what 36 movies now in the MCU. It's not the
Sheesh.
worst, that's for sure.
Is it 36?
It's 36. I just looked it
That's
up.
so many.
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
yeah. So I wouldn't put it like top tier, but I would say it's like top of the middle tier for me of the 36 MCU movies we have.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. For me, my review wise, all I gotta say is Marvel is back, baby. Marvel is back, baby. I I feel like if for MCU fans, people that are not even just like, I know there's like a ton of Marvel fans in general, people like the comics and whatnot, but I know there's a lot of people that don't really read the comics. They just kind of watch the Marvel movies. For people that are MCU fans, um, I think we were in a dark age for a second there, you know? Like,
yeah,
I think the stream wars created a dark age because Disney started trading quantity for quality. And they just wanted to put as much. Also, could I say bad words on this podcast, Eric, or is this a family friendly like
I don't care if
show?
you say bad words.
Okay, I was gonna see if I had to like
I mean,
censor myself.
I think it's going to be hard for us to talk about some movies without saying bad words, you
All right,
know?
fuck, I'm saying bad words. Um, but yeah, they traded quality for quantity, and I think they just wanted to put as much shit as they possibly could on their stream so that they can get more people to go on it and stay on it. Then all these streaming services, all they care about is content, which is why they refer to all their movies and films as content, which is honestly I have a problem with, but that's another discussion. Um,
Yeah,
um, so the MCU to me was in a dark age, and I think this movie right here is finally the glimmer of hope that they needed to pull them out of that hole, because this movie was really good actually, and I feel like I've become somewhat of a film snob to the point where like I'll go into movies like fuck I'm not so sure, but like this movie I was worried about us reviewing it because Marvel's history as of late has been so bad. Like I didn't even really like the Captain America movie. It was okay.
yeah, it was fine.
It wasn't like amazing, but
No,
um, it yeah. So like I wanted this movie like oh no, like what if this one sucks too, you know? Um,
yeah,
and it surprised me, and I'm glad it did. I
yeah. I was a little worried too going in. I mean, but I did have hope. I had a feeling that this was going to get the MCU like back on track,
yeah.
and I think I'm right.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
the trailer hyped me up. You know what I mean? When I saw the trailer, I was
yeah,
like, "Ooh, this looks pretty good." But I was like, "I don't know." You know, at least
yeah,
I feel like I I can't even remember the last like really good Marvel film that I was like I came out of and I was like, "Wow, that was amazing." I think the last one for me, I'm not gonna lie, was probably Endgame and maybe the Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man,
yeah. Well,
Spider-Man was probably the last one I
the
think.
the last time I saw the movie because I've seen it twice now. I was watching the Nuggets beat the Clippers. So that was cool.
Nice.
But they I saw an ad for Thunderbolts and it said that it's the best movie since Endgame. I personally don't agree with that because I liked Shang-Chi, um,
I like Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Spider-Man, No Way Home,
Yeah.
uh, Deadpool, Wolverine.
I like the whole movie too
There's
actually.
some good ones that I would say I was like better than Thunderbolts. but like I said, it's getting the MCU back on track. It was kind of lost there for a while, especially with them having to fire Jonathan Majors. Um,
Yeah,
so like they had to course
that
correct.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah. But no, this movie has me excited for the future for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think what made this movie stand out was they decided to take a risk by kind of having this like commentary on mental health, which I mean
Yeah,
I think it's like super bold but very smart because like that's like all anybody's talking about nowadays. You know what I mean? Which is good.
yeah,
I'm not complaining. I think people should be very well aware of themselves, very introspective, and care about mental health. Uh, uh, but Marvel, I feel like a lot of their movies have been just like, here's a bad guy, here's a good guy. Watch out, good guy beat up this bad guy. Done. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like there's no like real like deepness to it. It was all surface level. They're playing it so safe. You know what I mean? And I feel
yeah,
like Disney and Marvel have had shitty movie after shitty movie that I think they needed to take a risk and it worked. I think.
yeah, for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
that's an abstract
uh,
idea to try to comment on with the movie is mental health in general, depression, and I think they did it well. And I think this character, Sentry, I didn't know much about him, but I think him having that void character, that like duality to
mhm,
him, is like a perfect, um, you know, um, uh, representation of mental health,
yeah,
and and that void is such a good representation of like that your dark inner self, your dark thoughts. Natalie mentioned when we were watching. Natalie's my girlfriend, by the way, audience. uh, my girlfriend, she mentioned that Sentry was doing shadow work. Him and Florence Pugh. What's her character's name?
Yelena
Yelena.
Belova. Yeah,
Yes. Dang, Eric, you don't even need IMDb. Yeah, Yelena and Sentry were doing shadow work. She was saying, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard that term before. That's literally what they're doing right now."
I've never heard that term before.
Oh really? Yeah, I guess it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a TikTok term or what. I don't know where it came from, but um, yeah, I guess it's just like being introspective and kind of facing your darker inner selves and inner
Oh
thoughts
yeah,
and stuff like that. So
yeah. I don't like to do
yeah, nobody really does. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
that.
Um, But yeah, it was good. It was good. Do you want to try to rate this? Should we rate it out of like 5 stars or 10? IMDb does 10. I know. Letterbox does 5. So I don't know.
Uh,
What do you
I
think?
mean,
What do you think? 5 or
I like
10?
I like to do it out of 10.
I think it's
Just
easier.
be
I think it's easier.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
options.
because like more options is like if I were to give it out of 5, I would say it's a 4, right? Because I
Right.
wouldn't say it's a 3. 3 sounds bad.
3 sounds so
But
average. Like it's like
yeah,
yeah, it's okay.
yeah. But like out of 10, I would say this is like a 7.5 for me.
Dang, nice,
Maybe
Eric.
an 8. Yeah,
Your
yeah,
rating is literally the average of 40,000 users on IMDb. The rating on
yeah.
IMDb is 7.7.
Yeah, I'm just like everyone else.
No, that means you rated it good. That means I'm sure
Yeah,
like some people gave it bad reviews. I'm sure people gave it overrated it a little bit. You hit it right on the money. You know what I mean?
yeah.
For me, I would probably give it. I don't know. I'd probably give it probably the same. I'd probably go a little bit lower. This just because I like to be a little snobbish sometimes when it comes to art.
Yeah.
But 7. I'm gonna go with the 7. A solid 7 out
Okay.
of 10.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really good. And it moved me at times. I was like,
yeah, for sure.
there. I will say, just so to give some kind of gripes and not to just be all positivity. The few things that I didn't like, and it's kind of the same thing that I've always not really liked with Marvel as of late is like the comedy relief, the need for comedy relief.
Yeah,
I like the comedy relief in this movie. The characters are like really fucking funny, and their banter and their the way they talk with each other is good. Um,
yeah,
but there's some times where the comedy relief feels forced in Marvel movies, and I only got that a couple times in this movie, which is good, but better than the other movies. I feel like.
Yeah,
And one of the comedy relief jokes was when Florence is talking to her dad, uh, David Harbour, Alexi. She is like, okay, that was pretty good, like crying, you know. And
yeah,
they put it in the trailer, so I knew it was coming, so it didn't hit as hard
yeah.
for me, you know.
No.
Maybe that's my fault for watching the trailer. Shame on me, you know.
Yeah. But
Um,
I was in like every trailer too. So like,
yeah.
yeah,
And it is to put a comedy like relief piece of dialogue right there, right? That's like the probably the deepest monologue in the whole movie is when Alexi's talking to her, right?
yeah,
And to put a piece of comedy relief right after that, and not only a piece of comedy relief, but a piece of comedy relief that was a joke that was already told through the trailer. I feel like it didn't hit like that hard, you know.
right.
Uh, and that's a minor thing. I'm probably being kind of an asshole by pointing it out. But another thing, I think this one's bigger, is that I feel like they didn't know what to do with the character of Ghost.
Right. Yeah, she's there, but she didn't contribute a lot to the
I
story.
Yeah, I think it could have been very easily possible for people to just forget that she was in the movie. You know.
Yeah. Well, like had she got shot instead of Taskmaster, would the movie had changed much?
Right, true. Yeah, I don't know. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I think that's why they had a hard time with this. I think both characters are really serious. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the rest of the characters, they have some kind of like comedy to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like John Walker, right? He's kind of an asshole, and his assholeness kind of makes him funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, Florence, she should give her any piece of dialogue. She can make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her delivery and timing on all of her lines. Like she was making me laugh the most. Her and David Harbour. Like and his
Yeah.
character is supposed to make you laugh, so that makes sense. But yeah, I think those are my only gripes for the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got any gripes or no?
Not really, no. I mean, like we just said about Ghost, like whatever. I like Ghost, but
Yeah, and I
yeah.
think that's it's a hard thing to do, especially when you have that many characters, you know.
Yeah.
And one of them serious. I think there's a way to do it, like you know, like in Teen Titans, right?
Yeah.
Raven's a serious character, but her seriousness contrasting with everyone else's silliness, you know, it
Yeah.
works, you know, like they find a way to make it work. Like sometimes she'll say something really seriously and it kind of comes off funny because it's like she's so serious, you know.
Yeah.
I think they could have done the same with this character. I know it's a little harder when it's in a movie and it's not really about her, you know,
Yeah.
um but yeah, that's about it. Other than that, it was really good.
Yeah. It was good. Uh, yeah. Was Florence Pugh's stunt jumping off the second tallest building in the world.
That was
That
cool.
was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the action scenes were amazing.
Right. Yeah. Bucky attacking the convoy was awesome.
Oh my god, that's my favorite. That was my favorite part. It reminded me so much of Terminator.
Yeah.
Especially when he got the shotgun. He's like, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he looks like Terminator
Yeah.
right now. He has his fucking arm and shit. I was like,
It's exactly what I thought when I saw it. It was Terminator.
yeah, he looks super cool.
Yeah. Uh, did you see the stunt guy? Like his that did all the like bike work.
No,
There's a picture that they released, and he looks ridiculous. He has a helmet on, and the helmet has a wig on top of it,
he has a what on
and
top? Sorry, like something,
a wig.
a wig.
Yeah,
Oh, on top of his helmet.
on
Okay.
top of the helmet. Yeah, it just looks so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So you saw like
yeah,
some behind the scenes stuff.
yeah. It's just like some of the interviews they've been doing, like on their press tour.
Cool, cool. I thought about watching those just to prepare for this, but I didn't.
Yeah. I watched some of those. I watched some reviews. There's one people were like just shitting on the movie. But it seemed like like you had said, like Disney and Marvel have like, you know, haven't been doing so hot, and so like they're just hating on it just to hate. Like one of the
Yeah,
guys that was in it, like he hadn't even seen the movie, so it was him and the chick, and she was talking about the movie. She saw it, and they were saying like it's just Disney Plus leftover characters. I'm like, all these characters except for one were in Marvel movies. Like they were in theaters. I saw them.
yeah, yeah.
Except for John Walker. He was
He,
in
the show.
the show, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it's become popular to hate on Marvel. I think people are just so tired of it, to be quite honest. And um,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think it's fair. I think that the hate is fair, not for this movie, but I think the hate as of late is fair. But I think once you have that kind of trend going, where people, it's like fun to hate on it,
yeah.
that then it's kind of hard to get out of it, So I kind of
Oh
figured
yeah,
this movie was gonna get some hate like that too.
it's like Fast and Furious or Twilight.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, granted, I think that hate is pretty fair too.
I agree, but
But yeah, yeah, people get tired of it, and I think that's why. But
yeah,
um, at this section of the podcast, we would normally, I would say normally, even though this is our first episode, but in the future, we're gonna give like recommendations. If you liked this movie, you might like so and so. But since it's a Marvel movie and the only thing to really compare it to and suggest is other Marvel movies or shows,
or
uh,
DC movies.
or DC movies, other superhero movies, I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
which everyone,
Marvel Suicide Squad.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
so I guess in this section we could just, if you want to, Eric, have you seen any movies as of late that you would recommend or thought was cool, or even ones that you thought were shitty?
No. Well, before we do that, I want to ask you, what do you think of the reveal at the end about the asterisks? You know, how they
Asterix.
changed it because the title is Thunderbolts asterisks, and then they reveal what the real title is.
All right, the new Avengers.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That was cool.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
really cool. Yeah. I almost forgot the ending for a second, but like I thought that part was so funny where he's like Avengers with a Z, no copyright, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then Florence is like, this is why we're Avengers with a Z. you know?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
good.
Um, yeah, I liked the post credit scene.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the when they were talking about Sam Wilson having his own team of Avengers.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of wanting him to pop up on like their screen with his team to see what that team was.
Yeah.
But seeing Fantastic Four ship was cool too.
Yeah. I'm excited for that movie, and this was
I
a
am
really
too.
cool little teaser for it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I love the costume design, set design, like everything looks awesome.
Yeah, I think another thing I think is really cool about this movie is that it gives Marvel a direction. You know,
Right.
like it's actually going somewhere. It seems like like I feel like
Yeah.
as when Disney Plus hit the market, like it just became like directionless. They're just like, let's just
Yeah.
make a bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have these characters. Let's just make shit with them. Like
Yeah. It definitely felt like it was just a mess. And like these two last few phases, phase 4 and 5, like we like did you know where it started and where it ended? Like with the other phases, like basically it would end with an Avengers movie, like a huge team up.
no.
But
I figured I knew where it started just because it was starting after the last one ended, but I didn't know
yeah,
where. And they seemed like they
yeah,
tried to have a direction with Kang, and
yeah,
obviously that fucked up. But I feel like they're just taking way too long with it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah. And then they had to like with Kang and everything, like they had to like course correct and pivot. So last year we only had the one movie,
yeah,
so
yeah.
but
Because what the first Avengers had what like four movies before the actual Avengers movie? Three, four, three.
yeah, they had four, right?
Yeah, I think about four. Right.
Maybe five. It was two Iron Mans, Hulk, Captain America, Thor. So five, the five
5.
Avengers.
I mean, that's a decent amount of movies, but at least it was literally assembling the team for
Yeah,
Avengers. You know what I mean? It was building up to something. You know, you
yeah,
had something to look forward to. With this, it was like we had what, like hella shows, hella movies, and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Like, where are we
yeah,
going with this? You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No. All right, cool. Um, so the movies I've seen lately, or
Movies we've seen lately. Yeah. Things
yeah.
you'd recommend.
Um, I haven't really seen much other than Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. That was just
Nice.
re-released in theaters. Saw that twice.
Nice.
Yeah, and Sinners, which I think if we talk about Sinners, we could just do a whole episode about Sinners.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
could
that's
talk.
a great movie.
I could talk. I could do. We could do a whole episode on Sinners. I feel like.
Yeah, we could probably do like 2, 3 episodes on Sinners.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that movie all day.
Yeah, that was a really good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, and
Um,
yeah. So if you haven't seen Sinners, go see Sinners like
go
right
see it
now.
now.
I know Thunderbolts like kind of took over the IMAX screenings, but I heard that they're putting Sinners back in IMAX because the demand for it is just so much. So
Yeah.
go see it.
Yeah.
If you can't see it in IMAX, see it in IMAX, but see it any way you can.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I love that movie. It's got to
Yeah,
be. It's probably my favorite movie I've seen all year.
all year for sure. Yeah, like I've seen it twice now, and I wanted to go see it again.
Yeah. Immediately, as soon as it's over, I was like, let's watch it again. Play it over again. Play it back.
Yeah. No.
um. Yeah. Anything else?
Um, no, haven't really seen anything else. Last movie I saw was The Amateur. That was all right. Uh, yeah.
I meant to talk to you about that fucking movie because I don't know if you remember, but we were hiking somewhere in Colorado, and you had asked me because we were talking about like my different ideas for films and stuff. I have like for anyone that doesn't know me, I have a million ideas and I have a hard time deciding what to attack. It's just part of my ADHD, you know what I mean? So I write all these things down just in case I ever get the motivation to actually act on them. But like you asked if I had written down any bad ideas, like if I had ever like written stuff down and looked it over and was like, that's a terrible idea, right? And I was like, actually, there's this one where it's literally like the movie Taken, but it's a guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, you know. And and again, then this movie came out, and I was like, "Yo, that was my idea, bro." I thought it was a shitty
Yeah.
one.
No, it was I mean, the movie's not like best, but I enjoyed it, and it's a different take on like spy thrillers. Apparently it was a book, because after I saw it with my friend Brandon, uh, he was saying like how much like how good a book that would be, and so he looked into it, and it was a book, but it came out like I want to say like 50s or something.
Wow.
So like it was a little different, obviously, because
Yeah.
like the guy wasn't like hacking like people, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah. I wanted to check it out. I like Remy Malik. That's the name, right?
yeah,
I like him a lot. People say I look like him sometimes. I think he's just got big eyes, but um,
yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah.
really like him. So I was like, you know what? I'd see it just for him.
That's kind of why I saw it because I like him too. And the trailer I thought was good. Um, the coolest scene and like the most like elaborate like cool death that he did was the pool, which they showed in every trailer.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. The where it like breaks
yeah,
underneath or whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
That I wanted to see Accountant too, just because I really liked the first one.
yeah. I never saw the first one.
Oh, you should
Uh,
watch it, Eric.
I know, but I saw this trailer for the second one like I don't know how many times, and it's like I need to watch this first movie because the second
True.
movie looks great.
It does. I like
Yeah,
Ben Affleck, and John Berthal. That's right. That's the name.
John Barenthal.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. If anybody hasn't noticed, um, but yeah, I love them both. And I saw Ben Affleck talking on Theo Vaughn's podcast about it.
Yeah,
And I feel like podcasts are such a good way to advertise or plug whatever you're doing because like people actually get to know you and you're like, he seems pretty cool, you know? Like
right.
I'd go
There's
watch it just
a
because he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, I tried watching that episode. I couldn't get through it. I don't know. There's some episodes with Theo Von where I'm like, I I can't do this.
His version of awkward is like weird, you know. Like
Yeah,
you can like tell when he's
yeah.
like doesn't know what to say. And he'll just say some random shit,
It was like some random,
and the
yeah.
guest is just like, I don't know how to reply to that. You know, like what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
um, but as far as movies I've seen lately, um, Sinners I think is probably the biggest one I'd recommend. That was awesome. I made a whole YouTube video on it.
Yeah. Now I was thinking about doing the same like the day after I watched it, but I didn't really have all the right equipment to do anything. And then we started talking about doing the podcast. I was like, I'll just hold off.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah.
I did it on a whim. Like I actually didn't make it until like a week later because I didn't even think about doing it. And then I saw people like on social media that were like, "This is why I can't
Kind
get
of
on." So
dumb.
yeah, that's why I can't get on social media, Eric. This I can't get on social media because I swear to God, I get on there and I see people complaining about things they don't understand, and I see people like commenting on things that they don't fully understand, and I get so aggravated. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking make a whole video about this, explaining all this bullshit that I'm seeing on social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest one I'd recommend. I also Natalie and I had a vampire movie marathon. Um, and we watched Thirst by Park Chan Wook. I don't know if you know who that is, Eric. He directed Old Boy. He's a Korean
Okay.
director. He
Nice.
he directs a lot of revenge films. I think most Korean movies are revenge films, but
Hmm.
um, it was very interesting. Uh, I liked it, but I wouldn't really. Which, to be fair, that's how I felt about Old Boy too. I wouldn't go for a rewatch. I'll probably watch Old Boy again, but just to show somebody some fucked up shit. Um, but yeah, it was the cinematography is always really good with him, and that was pretty amazing. And the one that actually surprised me was oh fuck, what was the movie called? Uh, son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to look it up, Eric. I'm gonna have to cut this
Boy.
part out while I find it. Who's that dude that plays Loki?
Plays Loki. Tom Hiddleston.
Thanks. I can always rely on you, Eric. So I found the title of the movie. It's
Okay.
called Only Lovers Left Alive.
Okay. I like that title.
And you know, it was pretty cool. Now that I know the title, I'm gonna look it up just so I can tell you who else is in it. That one chick from Constantine, she plays Gabriel.
Rachel Weisz. Weisz. I don't know how to pronounce. Oh, Gabriel. You know her. She was in Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton.
That's it.
So it was Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton as the main characters, and they're vampires, and the whole movie is about the mundanity of living forever. And it was probably the best movie without a plot that I've ever seen. There was like no plot to it, and like it, but it made sense for the film because it was about how boring life had gotten for them. Um, and
Hmm.
it worked. Out of all the movies we had watched that day, that one was the one that stuck with me. I think the most. It was cool.
That's cool. Um, movie I'm looking forward to. I mean, I've already seen and I own it, but Kevin Smith's re-releasing Dogma.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I never got to see that in theaters, so I think that'll be cool. He's actually coming through here on his tour before its wide release. But last I checked, there was only like single seats left in the theaters. So maybe I'll go by myself. But I've also seen him, I don't know how many times, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm surprised he doesn't know you by name by now. I feel like you always see him.
You know, and
Um,
there he is, right up there.
yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Kevin Smith. I'll probably go see Dogma when it comes to theaters too. I gotta show
yeah.
Natalie that movie because I don't think she's ever seen it.
No, I think she'd like it.
That's probably like one of my favorite films by him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that and Chasing Amy.
love Chasing Amy.
I feel like a lot of people don't like Chasing Amy. I like it. I like Chasing Amy,
It's such a good movie.
and I love
Um,
the little silly score. It gets stuck in my head every time
yeah,
I watch it.
I that just gets stuck in my head randomly sometimes.
Yeah, it's probably good background music to just be
Yeah,
walking around to, you know.
right.
Um, what else? Oh, so let's talk about what movies are coming out that you're
Okay.
looking forward to seeing.
Well, next week there's really nothing coming out that I'm looking forward to or want to see. Week after that is that one movie, Final Destination Bloodlines, which uh, I'll watch it. But so you've seen one of those movies, you've seen them all.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go see that one, to be quite honest. I'm not gonna lie.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know if there's anything you're looking forward to.
I don't know about anything that's. Oh, has Warfare come out yet? Do you know? Yeah, that one came
Warfare
out.
has come out. Uh, some friends from work have gone and seen it. They said that it's really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of movies. I don't know about movies coming out really that I'm like looking forward to, but there's movies that are out already that I really want to see. Accountant
Yeah.
2 is one of them. Warfare is one of them. Um, what was the other one? Uh, oh, that new A24 movie. What's it called? Ochi something? Ochi.
Oh, Legend of Ochi. That looks
Legend of
good.
Ochi. Yeah, I want to see
Yeah.
that.
I want to
So
see that too.
yeah, I think
Um,
that's it for me.
yeah. May, I think, is ending with Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
So,
are you a big Mission Impossible fan, Eric? Or no?
no, I've only seen Ghost Protocol. And that was a good movie.
I don't think I've seen any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Tom Cruise. You know, he is for as old as he is, he's still doing crazy stunts, and he's like still trying to prove to you that he's immortal. Um,
Yeah.
so I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've only seen the one movie. I've been thinking about like doing a marathon, going to see this last one, but I don't know.
Dang, you might have to
Uh,
take some creatine, do some push-ups while you're watching those things.
yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. It's about
um,
Tom Cruise. I think his best role is Les Grossman in Tropic
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder. I was just about to say that. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that yeah, that's apparently that was his idea.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah,
the
I heard
role, or just like the fat suit and
the
bald cap? Or
the character. I guess I like Ben Stiller. I guess I forget where I saw this. I was watching Ben Stiller talk about it, and he was talking about that he had met Tom Cruise and he was telling him about this movie that he was putting together, and Tom Cruise called him later on and was like, "Hey, I have an idea for you. You, I was looking through your script, and you don't have like an executive. What is he? Was he playing the movie like a
it's like a producer,
producer,
right?
right? Yeah, you don't have like a producer. He's like, you should have like someone that's like um, working at the studio that's trying to call the shots or whatever. And Ben Stiller thought it was a good idea, and then he put fucking Tom Cruise in the movie for it. It was like, I guess it was his idea.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um. Yeah. 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 So I guess that's it. How do you think Lilo Stitch is gonna do?
I think it's going to do fine. From the trailer, it looks good. Looks like they're sticking pretty true to the original.
Yeah.
Um, I know some people are upset about the aliens not doing some things, but I think that's a stupid thing to be upset about.
Wait, what?
So, the aliens that are like trying to get Stitch, right? Like they're in
Uh.
like goofy disguises, and like one of them dresses up like a girl.
Yeah.
They're upset that now in the live action like have like holograms that like make them look like normal humans, and so they're upset that the one alien isn't cross-dressing. Yeah,
I agree. That's a stupid idea, Eric. That's
yeah,
stupid. That's a stupid thing to be mad about. I
I
mean,
think it's dumb to be upset about it.
yeah, yeah, I think that's dumb too. Um, I have my own opinions on live action Disney movies and animation. Um, I think they should just let animation be animation, and I think Disney is just too lazy to come up with new original ideas. Lazy and scared to come up with new original ideas. and they're just playing it safe and feeding off people's nostalgia and
Yeah.
banking on the fact that people will be taking their kids and family to go see it because they loved it as a kid, and even if it fucking sucks, people went to go see it opening weekend and they made all their money back just that one weekend. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, Snow White didn't make its money back that one
Yeah,
weekend. I
fuck
don't
you,
know if
Snow White.
I don't, I don't know if it made its money back at all, but
No, I don't think it
that
did at all. I
was
think it did. It was a disaster movie for them.
it was not good.
And I'm fucking glad, Eric. I'm so glad. They deserve that shit. They deserve that shit. I hope they fucking learn their lesson.
They didn't.
They
Well,
did.
maybe
They
they
did.
did. They scrapped Tangled,
Yeah. And
which
honestly,
I think
scrap
is
Moana too. Scrap Moana too. I don't want to see that shit.
Moana's happening.
Damn it.
uh,
Oh,
Tangled, I honestly think that would have been better. 'Cause I don't think it's as beloved or known. Like people don't talk about it as much as they do like some of these other ones, like
I think as long as they don't hire what's her face anymore, they'll be okay. She destroyed that movie single handedly.
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
fucking destroyed it, yo.
yeah.
She set the ship on fire and then just set it sail right into a fucking mountain. She she
Yeah,
didn't give a fuck.
yeah. I mean, they gave her like all the opportunity to not do that, and she's like, "Nah, I'm going to double down. I'm like, I'm going to
Hey,
keep saying stupid stuff." And yeah,
some people gotta get humbled.
yeah. Well, she'll learn her lesson, hopefully.
Yeah. Um. Speaking of movies, I wanted to go see and I'm excited for. There's a new movie coming out. With The Rock. Did you see it, Eric?
The Rock. I want to say I did see this, but I don't
It's an
remember.
A24 film, I believe.
Hmm.
Um, fuck, what's it called though? The Smasher or something like that.
I don't, never heard of it.
The Smashing Machine. The
Hmm.
Smashing Machine. Go watch the trailer for this, Eric. After this, this is a movie I'm excited for. I mean, it's not coming out till October, uh,
Okay.
but it's directed by Benny Safdie. Do you know who Benny Safdie is?
I know the name. I've heard it.
He directed Uncut Gems and Good Time.
Okay.
Good Time was like the movie that put fuck. I am terrible with names. The homie from Twilight. What's his name?
uh, Edward,
Yeah,
the vampire dude. Why can't I think of his name now? Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Batman.
Yeah,
The new Batman.
yeah,
Robert Pattinson. Yeah. Good Time is the movie that put Robert Pattinson back on the map and kind of helped him transition from just being the Twilight guy to which I
yeah.
feel bad because now I just kind of call him Twilight guy, but um, it made him, it put him back on the map and it kind of solidified him as like a serious actor, right?
Yeah, now
Uh,
he's the Batman guy.
yeah. No, but Benny Safdie directed that movie Good Time, and he directed Uncut Gems, and he is very good. Him and his brother are good. His brother is
Okay.
also in Good Time. Um, both of those movies I'd recommend. And this movie with The Rock, guess what? It's not The Rock on it anymore. It's Dwayne Johnson. Because you know
Dwayne
why?
Johnson.
This is a serious ass role for this motherfucker. And I look from the looks of it, it looks like he's gonna kill it, yo. They got him in fucking
That's
makeup and
awesome.
shit, so he doesn't even look like The Rock. He looks like some white dude. He's supposed to be playing some white dude, I think. So they try to get rid of
Hmm.
his Hawaiian nose, I think.
All right, so they're
Um,
doing whiteface.
yeah, they white faced him. Um, but it's like a uh, what do they call it when it's based off a real person? Biography,
Biography.
biopic.
Uh,
It's
a
it's
biopic.
pretty much a biopic.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And Emily Blunt's in it.
oh, I like her. Um, but I was gonna say movie I saw. I think you may have seen the trailer on Sinners. Is him
Him.
that new Jordan Peele. I think he's
Oh right.
producing both
Yeah, he's producing it. He's producing it.
Marlon Wayans, right?
Yeah, he directed it.
Football
No,
movie, but it's
or is
I
he
don't
in
know if
it?
he directed it. He's in it.
He's in it. I'm looking it up right now. No, he didn't direct it. Some guy Justin Tipping's directing it, but he's Marlon Wayans is in it.
Yeah,
And
but
but It
That
looked
movie
cool.
looks crazy.
It looked
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
I'm excited for that one.
I saw it. And I was like, ooh, I gotta go check that one. It looks like trippy and scary. That's my favorite kind of
Yeah,
version of a movie.
yeah. When the trailer started and I saw like a football stadium, I was like, because I don't like football.
Yeah, yeah, same.
But
And then it got weird, and I was like, okay, I like it
yeah,
now.
then it got weird. Yeah.
Same.
um, Also, speaking of The Rock, did you hear about the Scorsese movie he's doing?
Whoa, what is The Rock doing with his career now? He's changing it up, huh? He's gonna be in a Scorsese film.
Scorsese's doing like a Hawaiian mob film, and
Oh, I did see
The
that.
Rock is
Yeah,
going to be in it. Yeah,
yeah. Yo, The Rock's changing up his career right now, Eric. He's done
he
being The
has
Rock.
to.
He's
He
gonna
has
be.
to after Black Adam.
Oh, yeah, I know, poor guy. Poor guy. He worked out so hard for that role, and that they. I don't think it was his fault, honestly.
No, unless he wrote it.
No, I don't think it was his fault. Um,
Yeah,
cause yeah, that was another movie where like they tried to kind of play off the Marvel movies and put in a bunch of comedy relief,
yeah,
and it was all just falling flat.
yeah. It doesn't work for. I mean, it worked for Marvel for a while, but it didn't work for DC whenever they tried to like
Yeah,
copy Marvel.
yeah,
Because after Guardians, we got the first Suicide Squad movie, which was terrible, and the trailer looked just like it was like they were just trying to be Guardians,
yeah,
and it wasn't.
yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, you know,
But I did what I did like about Thunderbolts though is it tried to, even though there was comedy relief in it, it let you sit in the emotion. It let you
it
sit
did. Yeah,
in that emotion and let you feel. That's good art.
yeah.
That's good art.
I mean, literally, they went into like the void. They went into their. They fought their demons. We didn't get to see all of it. We saw Yelena and um, Bob. Yeah,
Yeah. I kind of want to see everybody else's dark demons too. I was like, what's going
right.
on in your
Yeah, it would
fucking
have been
head?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when Bucky was like, "Yeah, my past is great, so it's cool."
Yeah.
But we know
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say is that like I think these characters too are like the perfect characters to do that with. They have I feel like they have like some of the darkest trauma as far as
Yeah,
characters
for
in the
sure.
MCU go.
Uh, yeah, and I also thought it was funny in the marketing. Now they kept saying they have no powers.
I know, right?
Like you got three super soldiers on your team.
Yeah, three super soldiers, some chick that can phase in and out of quantum realms. What the fuck? I can't do
Yeah,
that.
that's not normal. She may not have super strength, but
Yeah, yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, Florence Pugh was amazing in it. She I know she's kind of the main character, but she stole the show for sure.
yeah. And there's a lot of foreshadowing in it,
Hmm.
like her jumping off the building, like as she's going through her like depression. She's giving that monologue, and
Right.
like I don't think she needed to jump off the building to do what she was doing. I think she was just unnecessarily taking risks
Yeah.
because she didn't care.
Yeah. She was kind of bored of life.
Yeah, and then when she's going in there, that building, and she's fighting in that hallway, which is a great hallway scene.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That felt
Yeah,
like a little bit like Old Boy too. That was cool.
yeah,
Great choreography.
yeah, yeah. She's going down that hallway, taking out those guards or whatever they are, and on the right it's all dark, and she's coming in from the light, which eventually is what she is to Bob. Like he is the void,
Right.
and she's the light that comes in to give him hope and reason to live. So
Right. And then her dad
yeah,
kept mentioning her light too.
yeah.
He was like the lights in you dimmer, whatever. Right.
And then when she meets these people and she like kind of finds a purpose in just helping them, her light comes back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, yo, can we talk about that fucking scene where the Red Guardian saves that little girl?
Oh man.
Golly, yo,
But
that
imagine like it hit you right in the heart, like
yo, I
oh
swear I had my hand on my mouth for like 5 minutes, like that. I was like, they didn't just
yeah.
do that in a fucking Marvel movie.
In a Marvel movie,
Because
right?
at the
Like
time, you didn't know what the fuck was happening.
yeah.
We thought this
Like we
motherfucker
thought,
was just killing motherfuckers off like
yeah, they were
Thanos, you
just
know?
dead. They're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when that happened, yo, I was like immediate. Like my eyes went from like dry to fucking wet immediately. I was like, "Pff, I'm crying
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. No, that's great because it's such a huge hero moment for him,
Yeah.
and then just for it to be undercut by that girl just turning into a shadow on the ground, just like what the heck? Did you hear about why it is that way?
What? What? The shadow
The
thing?
like how the shadows. Um,
No, I don't think so.
the director said he wanted it to be like the shadows that were left by the victims of Hiroshima.
It did look like that.
Yeah,
Wow, that's dark. Why? Damn, that's what he wanted to look like.
yeah, he wanted to like show that.
Was this guy okay when he was making this movie?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know if
sad.
you can be okay to make this movie.
That's true. They picked the sad guy for a reason.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That is what that looked like.
yeah.
Now I can't unsee that, Eric. You know what?
Sorry.
I'm changing my rating. We're talking about it now, and I'm like, damn, this shit was really good. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
7.5, maybe an
All
8,
right.
but half a point up.
All right.
All right. You wanna call it, or you think we should say more?
I don't know. Do you have any more to say, or do you have maybe a suggestion of what the next episode should be?
I don't know about the next episode. That's why I was kind of asking what movies you're looking forward to, so we can kind of get an idea of what you want to talk about next. Um, but I will say we can do is, I mean, I don't know if we'll have a ton of viewers at this point. We just started, but we can leave it up to um, the audience, whoever
Oh
watches the
yeah.
videos, comment down
Put up a
below.
poll.
You can put up a poll. Yeah, we can put up a poll. We could even have them just, I mean, we'd
Just
help
comment.
comment.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I don't think this episode will come out until what, like a week.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long editing's gonna take. I would want it to come out later in the week, like maybe Thursday, Friday. But
Yeah,
say,
I would say honestly we could release the episode what every like Monday. So
you know,
so yeah, you got like a whole week. Mm.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So I mean, if we had them comment what they wanted us to watch a week later, we will be like I don't know a little
yeah,
like 2 weeks behind of what they want, or a week
yeah.
behind from the movies coming out. Because by the time you put it out, we're already gonna be doing another episode.
Right. Yeah.
So we could put up a poll, and we could also have people comment. I think we should do both.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck it.
Cool.
um, cool, cool, cool. All right.
Cool.
Well, whoever decided to watch and whoever decided to listen, thank you for checking out our podcast, and I hope you guys stick around to see what else we have to say about other movies and stuff that's coming out, and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. What do you guys want us to review? And what are you guys looking forward to? And
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. That was Cinema Rolls podcast, where we talk about cinema and we have fat rolls. I don't. I didn't know. I was gonna just kind of improvise, but I didn't know what to say, so I went with
I
that.
mean, it's not, false.
Yeah, I do have a roll.
Yeah, I got a big one.
Me too. All right. See you later, everybody.
All right. All right. See ya.